Hey guys, Ultramaximus here with another Transformers review. This time we're going to take a look at the Fall of Cybertron Voyager class Grimlock. Yeah, the bird's excited. I picked this guy up yesterday. I saw him. He was the only Fall of Cybertron figure actually on the shelf. I saw a few Beast Hunters figures for Transformers Prime. Some of the Cyberverse figures are starting to get released here. And then I saw this guy. I've also seen Soundwave on the shelf. I haven't picked him up yet. And I've seen the cassettes for Soundwave on the shelf. And again, have yet to pick those guys up. But I'm never one to pass up a Grimlock figure. So I went ahead and picked this guy up. And yeah, looks halfway decent. I mean, it's a good-sized figure. It's a nice looking Voyager figure, definitely. And he is based off of the game, the Fall of Cybertron video game that was released for Xbox and PlayStation. And in the game, he's kind of got a different play than some of the other other characters, where you have to build up this rage and he can turn into this dinosaur and transform and do all kinds of fun damage. So yeah, a little interesting. His design is, I don't know. We'll take a look at him when we get him out of the package. His Autobot logo is a little different too, and we'll look at that a little bit better when we get him out of the package. But the package itself is designed really, really nice. I'm really digging it. Like the Autobot logo up here, Transformers, Generations, the red with the little squares in there looks really cool. I'm liking the little splashbacks on it. We've got some artwork of the dinosaur, and the dinosaur wraps around the box. I do like that. I think that's a really cool effect. We have these kind of ancient-looking robot faces kind of going on here. There's a little Autobot logo down there. This side of the package, Autobot with the Autobot logo, Series 1, figure number 3 for Voyager class, for the Generations for this line. Again, some more splash up there, really dig that. We can see Grimlock and kind of this toothy looking thing going on there. Underneath, we've got Blasters cassettes, Eject and Ramhorn and Rewind and Sunder. I don't remember Sunder, but yeah, so there they are. Here's the back of the package, looking kind of cool. Reminds me of animated Grimlock for some reason in this photo. Here are his stats, if you want to pause and take a look at that. You can. He has a chomping jaw and glowing eyes and mouth. Here is his bio. If you want to pause and read that, you can. Yeah, he's pretty much, I mean, he's Grimlock, so he's going to have some pretty high stats. His lowest attribute is his speed. I can see that. It's about a 5. His intelligence seems a little high. It's about a 7, which they've been making Grimlock as a character, both in the comics and the video games, more intelligent. I was going to say the cartoon series, but the last incarnation that we have seen of Grimlock was animated, and he wasn't very smart. He was the typical dumb Dinobot, which I personally like. But I don't dislike the intelligent Grimlock, that's for sure. So let's take this guy out of the package and see what we think. So here we have Grimlock out of package in his robot mode, and it's an okay looking robot. It really does remind me of the Transformers animated version. Something about this chest piece here and how thin it goes down. But yeah, not too bad. It's, as far as a Grimlock figure goes, it's better than some we've had in the past. I'm not too keen about that head sculpt, though. There's just something about it that seems too thin. I like the big, bulky, broad kind of mask, jawline going on, and he just does not have that here. It kind of reminds me more of Chrome Dome than it does Grimlock. But it does have some really nice light piping, I will give it that. Just looks really, really cool. The other nice thing is there's a button in the back, which gives the little glow on the inside there. It also works in dinosaur mode, which is very, very cool. Now his Autobot logo, it's kind of hard to see here, but it's a little bit different. It kind of has like teeth in it and some lightning bolts on the side, which is just very, very difficult to see in this. But yeah, I don't know about that. It's just very strange. I mean, it looks kind of cool. It's a little different. Now, I will say that this guy has a lot of detail. I mean, tons. I mean, if you look in there, lots of molded detail everywhere on this figure, and that's really, really cool. It's got some decent little ratchety joints. When you move his joints around, we get those nice clicks. In the joints, they're pretty stiff. The one thing about it, though, I will say, his waist is just way too thin, and so are his actual legs. They just look really, really thin to me. And it feels kind of fragile. I don't think this has a lot of really hard durability playtime with kids. This is more of a figure that's going to sit on a shelf, I think. And yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. The other thing, these Tyrannosaur feet, I wish they would fold in or do something. I don't particularly care for them just sticking out like that. But all in all, I mean, it's pretty decent. I like the size of the figure. Is it a Voyager-sized figure? I don't know. And that's just something, the figures are tending to get a little bit smaller. So, but all in all, it's not too bad. We got a little bit of back package going on there, which is fine. Grimlock's always had some back package. That's just him. His accessories. Before we even get into the accessories, actually, there's something I want to mention with the packaging. What I love about this, you just open up the packaging, and the figure just slid right out. I love that. Hasbro, if you're watching, all of your figures in boxes like this should be built that way. That way, if you want to put it back into the package, it doesn't get destroyed. It's easily openable. This was by far the easiest figure I was able to get out of the packaging in years. So thank you for the designers of the package, whoever did that. You guys did a great job. Yeah, the other cool thing is he comes with a couple accessories. He's got his little sword and his shield, and these have excellent detail. I love this sword. I think this is just way cool, very nice. Even the hilt has molded detail in it, which is very cool. The shield also pretty cool. I do like the look of it, and it fits on him pretty well. Kind of looks like it has a cyber key in there. Yeah, the only issue is the sword. Not a problem. Love the sword. I think this is awesome. It looks good in his hand. He holds it well. It's proportioned well to the figure. The problem I have is the shield. I mean, it fits on there well, and it looks cool. It just doesn't look big enough compared to the size of the figure and the sword. If this thing was, I don't know, twice the size of what it is, or if it had a gimmick that could expand it out, that would be very cool. I can see a third-party company making a shield that is bigger and more usable, I guess would be the term. But it does look cool. I do dig it. All in all, it's a decent-looking robot figure. I don't know if it's just mine, but the head just does not move. And I'm afraid if I do try to get it to move, it's going to snap. So I'm not even going to try it. Do you guys have this figure? Is your figure the same way? Kind of interested to hear about that. But all in all, it's not a bad figure. It's not the greatest Grimlock robot, but it's a pretty good one. I think I'd be a lot happier if the head sculpt was a little bit more traditional looking, I think. Other than that, yeah, that's probably my biggest thing, my biggest gripe. And then the waist, it just looks like there's something missing there. Other than that, yeah, pretty decent. I'm digging it. So let's look at the Tyrannosaurus Rex mode, shall we? All right, so here we have Grimlock in his dinosaur mode, his Tyrannosaurus Rex mode. And I'm not too thrilled with this mode. It's pretty bad, actually. I'm disappointed, to say the least. That tail is ridiculous. It's his legs folded together, and his transformation is really pathetic. It's hardly a transformation at all. It really reminded me of transforming a Cyberverse figure, which is pretty sad. Disappointed in it totally. The tail is just ridiculously huge. It's just his legs pinned together, and it's obvious his feet are there. I mean, it's just really, 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 really badly done. Not a fan of that at all. Yeah, just totally, totally sad. His arms, basically the hands fold up in there, and the shoulders come down into the hip joints. That's it. The head flipped out over from the backpack over the head. I mean, he's really, all he is standing up. You slam the legs together, fold the leg piece up there. You push the arms backward and put the T-Rex head over him. That's it. That's the transformation. Really, really bad. And here's probably the worst part. Look at that. I mean, it's just totally hollow. There's nothing under there. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a fan. It's just really, really bad. It stands well, surprisingly, because of this massive tail. I would think that it just would fall over. But it does stand pretty well. He's got these little T-Rex arms that look like ratchets to me. It'd been nice if they would have had more articulation than just that little arm swivel piece there. And they're really thin, too. It's just... yeah, it's just the whole thing. They're hollow underneath. Just really, really bad. Not digging it. And his head just looks oddly small compared to that humongous tail. It does have the gimmick where his jaws do open. And if you push back, his whole head glows, which is kind of cool. I do like that gimmick. He has an Autobot logo on his head, an actual Autobot logo. Instead of this one right here that has the little animated looking teeth and lightning bolts in the cheeks. But this one up here is an actual Autobot logo, which is pretty cool. See if we can stabilize that a little bit. I mean, that's probably the coolest thing, is that glowing headpiece. Other than that, this mode is terrible. I'm really, really disappointed in this figure. You can mount the shield and sword on his hips right there if you want to, for weapon storage, I guess. Not really weapon storage, but yeah, there it is. This is definitely going back into robot mode, and it's going to stay in robot mode. Would I recommend this figure? Not for the price of it. You know, if it's like 26 bucks, I don't know, man. This is just, it's not a good figure for $25. If you're a Grimlock completist, then yeah, you'll probably want to pick it up. Or if you like the Fall of Cybertron and you're getting all the figures from that, you'll probably want to pick him up. But I was really excited when this figure came out, and the robot mode is pretty decent, but this Tyrannosaurus Rex mode is terrible. Probably the most impressive thing about this entire toy was the packaging and how easily it was able to come out of the packaging and, you know, keep the package in good condition. So that's pretty sad. So there he is, Grimlock, the Fall of Cybertron. Roar. Roar. I'm a bad toy. Thanks for watching, guys. Look for more videos in the future.